Wealthy Readers Club right here on Wealthy Kids Radio. Now here's a word from our sponsor.
Hi, it's Rascally Randy the Raccoon asking you to donate to our program. Wealthy Readers Club gives free books, commodities, and prizes to our readers from sponsors like you and from the wealthykids.org program. Go to our wealthykids.org Facebook page, push the donate button, and sponsor a kid today. Now, back to our show.
Keep the revenue in your house. Then Inland Empire.
Today on Wealthy Readers Club, we will be reading from The Cat in the Hat Learning Library, 1 cent, 2 cents, Old Cent, New Cent, All About Money by Bonnie Worth, illustrated by Aristides Ruiz and Joe Matthew.
I'm the Cat in the Hat, and you know something funny. We're about to have fun learning all about money. Where does it come from? Can you answer that, please? I will give you a hint. It does not grow on trees. Just 1 penny each. It will cost you to see. The Museum of Money. Step up and pay me. People bartered to buy things. In ancient times, they did not have pennies, or nickels, or dimes. This meant that a beekeeper might want to swap his store of honey for a farmer's wheat crop. If the farmer liked honey, a deal could be struck. If the farmer liked jam, it was the keeper's bad luck. People would fight over deals that they made. Was this a good swap? Did I make a fair trade? Perhaps that is why money was invented. It was easier to use, and decay was prevented. It was easy to carry and count, and what's more, it was easy to save and was easy to store. What's an old form of money? I'm so glad that you asked me. I'll give you a hint. It came from the sea. Seashells were used to barter and trade. A handful of shells and you had it made. Feathers and eggs and leather and jade are some other things from which money was made. But eggs could get scrambled and leather got dirty. Money needed to last and be solid and sturdy. So people mined ore, copper, silver, and gold. They melted it down, poured it into a mould. In the shape of a bar, these ingots were made. Folks hauled them around and would use them in trade. In the kingdom of Lydia, part of Turkey, you see, the Lydians made ingots in 900 BC. Then someone in Lydia had a brainstorm, make metals coins. A far handier form. We've dug up these coins all over the place. Each coin has a lion's head stamped on its face. The Lydians were sailors, and you may have read that's how to use of their coins might have spread. Here is a fact I am happy to tell you. Folks other places began to make coins, too. In China, the farthest of Far Eastern places, some coins shaped like cowries had lines on their faces. Other coins contained holes for a string to pass through. So coins could be carried together with you. A string of such coins added up to a cash. You tied up the string on a belt or a sash. In Greece, they stamped coins with various things, like the picture of Pegasus, the horse who had wings. This coin has an owl on its face, and my guess is it stood for Athena, the wisest goddess. Now even today some heads of state put their heads onto coins like Caesar the Great. Here is a fact that we think is sun neat. Money's made in a mint, not the kind that you eat. Thing 1 and thing 2 are about to mint dimes. Mints work much the same as in ancient times.
How to make a dime 1 step at a time. This is brought to you by Thing 1 and Thing 2. Heat metals together until they are hot and melted to goop inside of a pot. Pour goop in a cast, also known as a mold. Strike goop with an image before it turns cold. Remove from the cast. Oh, isn't this funny? Time to have fun with your shiny new money.
Ancients kept money where they prayed and gave thanks. In this way the temples became the first banks. To temple you went to save or to borrow for as long as 2 years or as short as tomorrow. Interest is the name for the fee that you owe to the bank for the money they loan you, you know. When your money is saved in savings account, the bank then pays you a smallish amount. This smallish amount that the bank pays you is the interest you earned, and it's only your due. The smallest coin ever is so hard to see. See the Indian phanom next to that BB. You would think that they might lose count of their hoard, but Dents and Son would make a neat counting board. From the islands of Yap come the heaviest ones, limestone coins 8 feet wide, each weighing 3 tons. Carrying these coins, some ships sank. Could you fit a Yap coin in your piggy bank? Travelling to parts of the New World with me, here are some Spanish coins I would like you to see. Spain's explorers sent home from the New World as freight golden doubloons and a piece of 8. The most valuable coins in those parts were these. To steal them, some pirates sailed all 7 seas. American settlers minted coins such as these, stamped with the image of local trees. For money, the natives strung seashells and beads into belts of wampum for their trading needs. When it became a new nation and free, the United States minted its own currency. I have some with me, as you see. I have many. The kind that I have is the little red penny. It was made in the year 1793. Here's one that's a half-cent you might want to see. Here is another one. It's also red. It's the penny we know as the Indian head. In 1909, that's the year I'm thinking, we began to mint pennies with the face of Abe Lincoln. During World War II, a brave time, I do feel pennies were made out of zinc-coated steel. We needed the copper for wartime, but then after the war we used copper again. Some pennies I've shown you formed so long ago are worth nearly $1,000 or so. Here is a great word you can add to your list. A collector of coins is a numismatist. Pennies to dollars. We mint the whole range, but mostly we use all these coins to make change. It's paper that's king, but paper gets rotten, so we make paper money from linen and cotton. When you study your money in these days, bothers, you will find on its faces of our nation's fathers. What's the $sign mean? Could it be? Take a guess. Does it come from a U printed under an S? My numismatist friend has told me of late it might come from the Spanish pieces of 8. On the 10,000 bill you will find the face of Abe Lincoln's treasurer, Salmon Porter Chase. Will you find one around? No, you probably won't. They no longer print bills of this size. No, they don't. If they print them again, do you think maybe that they might use the face of...
The face of what? Tell me.
The Cat in the Hat.
Oh, that was great. Now that's the end of our show. Stay tuned for the next Wealthy Reader segment and learn about children's finance literacy through the reading of books. I hope to see you there. This is Rascally Randy the Raccoon signing off. Happy trails!